Look, let me be quite clear. The Law Society has absolutely no difficulty with hoons having their cars impounded. It's a sensible solution. But that should occur after they've been convicted, not before. The law as it currently stands erodes the presumption of innocence, and that's wrong.
Is this another? And you point to this danger too with this new laws about losing your driver's licence if you get roadside stopped for drunk driving?
Yep. This law is exactly the same as the one that's before Parliament at the moment, which will allow policemen to take away people's driver's licences on the side of the road. That erodes the presumption of innocence in exactly the same way as we've seen the Hoon law erode it.
Commissioners dismissed the Law Society this morning, saying that you said the same thing all along, that you haven't wanted these laws. What is...
Look, the Law Society's been saying the same thing all along, because the presumption of innocence is fundamental to our system of criminal justice. It defines what a Western liberal democracy is, and this law and the law currently before Parliament substantially erode that presumption. Too philosophical for you, but...
Yeah, no, I like it.
You like it? You might run with it anyway?
One of the things I was talking about this morning on work was talking about if the laws are to stay in place, is the compensation factor. Should they be able to receive compensation?
Compensation is the wrong approach. What should happen is the law should be substantially, radically changed so that forfeiture occurs after conviction. That'll in fact be a lot cheaper, because you'll only be taking cars away from people who've in fact been convicted, who are in fact guilty.
But won't they be able to reoffend within that time frame, as for drink drivers are allowed to keep
if they reoffend, then they'll be facing an even longer suspension. If they do it 3 times, the car will be crushed.
The Police Commissioner says the laws should stand. There have been a few teething problems. There might be a few more as we go. Yeah. Do you believe they should just be completely overhauled?
Look, these are not teething problems. The problem is that this law, like the one before Parliament at the moment on driving licences, erodes the presumption of innocence. The only way you can fix it is to make forfeiture of vehicles like any other penalty, like a fine, like a loss of licence. It should happen after conviction, not before. What needs to happen is that these laws need to be substantially changed so that forfeiture of vehicles occurs after conviction and not before. The laws as they currently stand erode the presumption of innocence. Don't get me wrong, the society agrees that hoons should be liable to losing their cars, but it should happen once they prove to be hoons, not beforehand.